Hey everyone, Razbowski here, and welcome back to another Top 5 episode. In today's sexy-ass video, guys, we're going to be discussing my Top 5 predicted Kalos Mega Pokemon. These are the 6th Gen Pokemon that I think will be given a Mega Evolution in the near future, especially after Diance's Mega Evolution was leaked over the weekend in the Coro magazine. That article, guys, all but confirmed that the new 6th Gen Pokemon will be getting Mega Evolutions as well, so prepare those butts as we dive straight into my top 5 predicted Kalos Mega Pokemon. In at number 5, guys, we have got Florges, the garden Pokemon, or should I say the booty Pokemon. I mean, look at that rear. That is one ass that I admire, but I think the Game Freak will choose this Pokemon for a Mega Evolution for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's a fairy Pokemon. They've got to give the fairy Pokemon a bit of an evolution. Obviously, with the Mega Evolution of Diancie being leaked, I reckon Florges might join that party there. One, because of all the designs. Look at the designs. As you see, you've got the different flower patterns, and we all know that Game Freak love their different designs and collecting different Pokemon. Each one of them will maybe have a different design for the Mega Evolution, which will be absolutely fantastic. People will want to collect them, and it will get people talking, just like the Vivillon patterns. Second reason, it's fairy! Fairy is very, very powerful, and Game Freak is obviously loving this, so they want to push the new typings a little bit more. So giving Florges a Mega Evolution might increase their popularity, I don't know, but Florges is a very good Pokemon already, especially defensively, it is fantastic, and it's one bulky Pokemon, so I reckon that would continue if it Mega Evolves. If it does get a Mega Evolution, guys, I would like to see a bit of a change of ability for this Pokemon, because Flower Veil and Symbiosis are okay. They're okay abilities, but I think if they were given a new ability, say Bulletproof, for instance, I don't know, something to make it a little bit more bulky, something to encourage people to use it as a special wall, then maybe it would be fantastic. Maybe even Pixelate. Give it Pixelate, make it an absolute monster, and then maybe it will get used a little bit more on the attacking front. I think that, obviously, the design of the Pokemon, it's a flower, it's probably more defensive than it is attacking, but maybe you could turn it into an absolute monster. Maybe the Mega Evolution turns it into a rotten plant. I have no idea. But at number 5, I think Florges will get a Mega Evolution at some point. Moving on to number 4, guys, we have the Kalos starters. We have got Greninja, Delphox, and Chesnaught, because why not bunch them all together? Because, I mean, if one gets them, then they all are getting them. As we saw confirmed earlier on this weekend, along with the Mega Diancie evolution being leaked, we also had the leaks of Mega Swampert and Mega Sceptile joining Mega Blaziken. So they're all going to be lumped in together. First of all, we got Greninja there. Absolutely nothing needed to improve this Pokemon. It's obviously going to get a Mega Evolution at some point. Game Freak and Nintendo love this little guy. Look at that tongue, it's absolutely fantastic. It is in Super Smash Brothers. It's got 2 forms in there. It has got the normal blue skin, and it also has the red skin there. So I can almost put my house on the fact that Greninja is going to get a Mega Evolution at some point. If it does, leave it with the ability protein, because that's just absolutely monstrous as it is. It will probably just boost the speed, boost the attack, boost the special attack, leave the defenses where they are, and turn it into a even more of a glass cannon than it already is. Moving on to Delphox, this is where it gets slightly interesting. I think that Delphox would need a little bit of an improvement in ability. Magician and Blaze, they are fine, they are okay, but it needs something else. I've not seen Delphox used competitively at all, not once, and it needs something else. So I was thinking, give it the ability Drought. If it got Drought, then that would help out an absolute butt ton. You could put it onto you could have a fire team, and it would boost it immediately, because it boosts the Fire Blast straight there. It's already got a good typing with Fire Psychic, so nothing else would be needed there. And I think you could make some quite nice and sexy designs for the Delphox. Moving on to Chesnaught. Again, obviously, if Greninja is going to get a Mega Evolution, then so will Chesnaught at some point. And this guy has some scope. Has some absolute beautiful scope for a fantastic artwork. Already love the design of Chesnaught. So bringing it in, making him a Mega Evolution, making him even more bulky, or maybe even taking his shell off his back and using it as a shield, I don't know. That would be pretty damn cool though. Again, give it a different ability. Bulletproof is fine, but how about you turn him into an all-out attacker? How about giving him Chlorophyll, pairing him with a Delphox, and making one hell of a speedy pair there? He's already got above average attack, along with a Hammer Arm, Stone Edge, and Earthquake that the boy learns. he will turn into an absolute fantastic monster. So there we go, guys. In at number 4, we've got the Kalos starters. I think they will get a Mega Evolution at some point, more closer than some of the other generations. Anyway, moving on to number 3, we have got Talonflame. Yes, guys, love him or loathe him, he is there. Talonflame is here to stay and is one of the most popular Pokemon to bitch about or to use competitively. It is just there. With the Gale Wings, the Priority Brave were just wrecking house in the video game tournaments, along with just on the battle spot or just random Wi-Fi battles. Talonflame is here to stay, and it would be an absolute gold mine if Game Freak were to give this guy a Mega Evolution, because people would be talking about it. And that's the whole point of giving Pokemon Mega Evolutions. They want people to be encouraged by it. They want people to be talking about the games, and giving Talonflame an evolution would do that. People will be saying, why the fuck is Talonflame getting a Mega Evo? Or people will be jizzing in their pants for it. Again, it's a very popular choice. People love him or they hate him. Competitively, if you've got one, you're loving him. If you face one, you hate him, and you have to bring other Pokemon in to deal with it. It's a marketing gold mine, like I mentioned before. And also Ash, in the Pokemon X and Y anime, he has a Fletchling. So there is also scope there for maybe the Fletchling to evolve into a Talonflame, and then maybe even get a Mega Evolution. That is one thing that I could see perhaps coming in a later movie, or maybe even at the end of the anime for X and Y. I think there's possible scope there. For the Mega Evolution, you need to do absolutely nothing. What they'll probably do is increase the power, increase the speed, and that's about it. Basically getting rid of the Life Orb, which is probably dangerous, but increasing that means that you won't be able to use the Life Orb, so increasing the attack and speed will probably work there. Talonflame, number 3, almost guaranteed that that's going to happen at some point. Number 2, guys, we're getting near the very tippy top of our list, and we have got Aegislash. Now, Aegislash was a Pokemon that I really didn't like. When the design first came out of Honedge, I thought, what the fuck is this sword? It is not going to be a Pokemon. I liked Froakie, I liked Chespin, I liked Fennekin, and those designs were cool. But a sword with an eye? Game Freak, come on, stop being fucking lazy. But when I got into the game, it just totally changed my mind. I thought it was a fantastic Pokemon. The design grew on me, and to the point that I absolutely love it. I absolutely love the design now. I think Aegislash is an absolute monster of a Pokemon, and it deserves all the credit it's getting. It is fantastically defensively attacking. If you time it right, you can absolutely destroy teams. I've been on the receiving end of an absolute ass pummeling, and I've dished out a few ass pummelings myself, if you know what I mean. And it's just fantastic. And I think the way that they heavily focused on Honedge and then revealing the Blade and finally Aegislash in the run-up to last year's release of Pokemon X and Y in October, I reckon that Aegislash might be in the forefront of getting a Mega Evolution. They focused heavily on it in the build-up of it. They obviously like the design, and I think enough people like it so that it'd be a popular choice if it was to turn into a Mega Evolution. People would buy new games or go out of their way to go to a Pokemon Center or whatever to download the Mega Stone for a Mega Aegislash, and I think that would be a very, very clever idea. I've got an idea, though, for the Mega Evolution. Obviously, you'd still have the stance changes, the ability for one part of it, but guys, what happens if we have two evolutions, an X and a Y evolution for Aegislash? Just like Charizard or Mewtwo, you could have two alternate forms. You could have the stance change form, which is exactly the same. You'd have the stance change, you'd be attacking, and you'd be defensive. But what happens if you had an all-out attacking Mega Aegislash? One that had the ability dual wield. It would increase the power of slashing moves. Example, Slash, Night Slash, a steel variant. It would turn into an absolute monster. It would be, I don't know, a ghost holding two swords, or almost like the Blade in stature, but it would be just so much more powerful. Give it 170, 180 power in attack, and give it good speed, but it would be frail as fuck. It would have no defenses, obviously because it's dual wield, and it would have no defenses. So if you got in there with a sucker punch, you'd be dead. But if you played your cards right, Mega Aegislash Y, let's say, with dual wield could come in there and absolutely wreck house. It'd be one of those Pokemon that you'd have to be very skilled at using, but if you worked it perfectly, then you could get an absolute sweep on the go. I think that would be very interesting, and that's why I think Aegislash will be a Mega Evolution for certainty in the near future. Moving on to the tippy top, I was going to say penultimate now. No, the very tippy top, the Mount Everest of our Pokemon that I think will be getting a Mega Evolution. Number 1 is the almighty Goodra. Yes, guys, my favorite dragon type. Oh, Gumi warmed my heart. He came in there, slobbered all over me, getting his goo all over my clothes, and I thought, I don't give a fuck. You are the cutest little bastard ever. And when it evolved into Goodra, it was the same. Who knew that dragon could be so adorable that you'd want to go and hug it and probably get some kind of STD off of its skin? It is fantastic, and I think it will get a Mega Evolution. Honestly, it is cute. And you know what Game Freak are like? They like their powerhouses, but they love their cute Pokemon. They've focused on Pikachu so much in the past, and I think we can see a Mega Goodra coming at some point, keeping its cute charm, keeping its appealability, and turning it into even more of a defensive monster, which I have a couple of ideas about. First of all, turn it into a dragon water? Come on, Game Freak. For a start, to get into a Goodra, it has to be raining. You have to level up at level 49 in the rain, and it's just destined to be a water Pokemon. It gets rain dance, it gets muddy water, it gets aqua tail. It is primed to become a dragon water type Pokemon. So let's just give it that typing. Maybe even take off its arms and legs and make it like a big serpent that swims through the seas. I do not know. But come on, give it Water Pulse, give it Hydro Pump, turn it into a water dragon, and you could have an absolutely fantastic Pokemon there. For ability wise, imagine you give that bastard Sap Sipper. Take away one of his weaknesses. Giving it Sap Sipper would be absolutely fantastic. That might be a little overpowered, but I've got another idea for an ability. Because Goodra is very good at being a specially defensive wall. Very, very good indeed. So I was thinking, try giving it an ability just like Intimidate that lowers the opponent's attack. Maybe something like Calming Aura. Something Calming Aura, and it lowers the opponent's attack, which makes, obviously, its defense even bulkier as well, which would turn him into an absolute beast of a wall. Something that you just look at and you go, "Aw, I don't want to attack you. You're fantastic." And I think that would make Goodra an absolutely fantastic Pokemon. Make it Water Dragon. Make it even cuter. Give it Calming Aura. And honestly, I think that would be an absolutely fantastic Pokemon. And one, Game Freak will... Honestly, I really think that they will make Goodra into a Mega Pokemon at some point. I can really see that happening. But, hey! Who knows? I can't see the future. If I could see the future, I would be absolutely rich living in Florida and just going to Disney every single day. And I would probably be fat as fuck. I would definitely have a chef cooking for me all the time. But hey, completely off topic, let me know, guys, in the comment section below what top 5 Pokemon you predict in the Kalos region will get Mega Evolutions. It's gonna happen at some point, and I would love to hear your reactions to my choices, and I would love to have a look at your choices as well, because we can have a little bit of interaction there, which would be fantastic. But either way, guys, if you've enjoyed today's episode, please drop a like along with your top 5 in the comment section below. If you're here for the very first time and you've enjoyed my voice and my top 5, I also do Wonderlocks, Random Wonder Trades, I do Wi-Fi battling, all on the channel. Go and check that out and subscribe if you like what you see. But either way, guys, I've been Razbowski, you've been the beautiful bastards, as always, for watching, and I love each and every single one of you. Goodbye!